Yes, you heard that's right. Be weird, be silly, be ridiculous, be crazy. Live and enjoy life to the fullest. Embrace who you are. Be different, be unique. Let others judge you and no need to defend for yourself. Isn't that life supposed to be that way? To be fun, to be yourself, even when you don't get what you want, even when things go wrong. You find a humor in the failure. You find the fun in the difficult situation. Stop worrying about being right. Learn to be okay with being different and being unique. We always want to be different and unique. But sometimes, because of the fear of not being accepted by others, is greater than the desire to be different. Many people will never want to show their weirdness side. They pretend to be like somebody else. They pretend to act like most people, to act like the crowd. And when we are so worried about what others think or about acting like everybody else, we lose who we are. We lose our giant personality. A personality that shows a fun, silly, different, weird, and oftentimes we get really serious just because we want to be quote unquote right. I'm not sure where being right is really coming from. Is it come from the crowd? Come from what society thinks that we should do? No. You were born to be you. You were born to be different. We all want to be different. I know that for sure. But sometimes people are just so afraid. They just so worried of being themselves. Afraid of being judged by others. I get it. It can feel very scary at the beginning. But embrace it anyway. Stop worrying about being screwed up, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. Many of us, we are afraid of being messed things up. And guess what? The more we worry, the more things don't work out. The more things go differently than what we want. You do that performance, but you get more nervous as compared to when you just practice. That's why you see many people have low performance, even though they are normally very good. They get so wrapped up in their heads and start attaching to a specific outcome. And guess what? When they become too careful and gets very serious, they fail to show their fun and nonchalant personalities. They worry about being the best. They worry about getting it right. They worry about doing the right action. And usually when they worry, they often make more mistakes as compared when they don't really care. Funny how life works, right? And the same thing when you do that presentation. It's okay to fail. It's okay to mess things up. But if you worry too much about winning somebody at the table, you often make mistakes. It shows unconsciously. It shows in your body language. But when you don't care, the outcome will often go to the way you want it. Same thing when you do that interview. You worry about going to next steps. You worry about winning that interviewer. You worry about giving the right answers. No, prepare. But then, let it go. Accept and being okay with any failure. You hope that it will turn out the best. But you also okay with whatever the outcome. That's the attitude that you need to embrace. That applies the same thing with your dream job. You landed your dream job and you think that you need to be the best. You need to work really hard. You need to work extra hours. And that's fine. Put your best effort. Put in the extra hours. But let's say, if it doesn't turn out well in the end, that's okay too. It's not a fucking big deal like how we see it when we worry too much about being fired, about doing our best. We often mess things up and we become very intense. Relax. Loosen up. It's okay to fail. It's okay to mess things up. It's not the end of the world. Be weird. Be crazy. Be ridiculous. And accept it even when the result is not what you're truly looking for. For me, personally, when I'm dancing with a better follower, I often think twice about my move to make sure that I do it right. But when I do that, it often ends up not really good. However, when I just focus on the fun and being ridiculous, it actually works out better. So the point that I want to emphasize is be fun, be weird, be crazy, be who you are. Maybe, just maybe, be something that you have never done before, but now, just maybe, when you have that courage, do it. I guarantee you that you won't regret. 10 years from now, you even laugh about this moment. And the main reason for being weird is to learn not to take life so seriously. Many people are afraid of speaking their minds, sharing their opinions, worry about that they are not good enough to share their thoughts, think to themselves that they are nobody, so they shouldn't speak their minds. No, share your opinions and don't really care if other people accept you or not. Be crazy, be loud, be ridiculous. Show your passion. Stop letting life beat you down. Show your enthusiasm. You have one of those beautiful traits within yourself. Don't hide them. Show them. When things don't go well, we often get very serious and worry. We start to forget to express our fun, crazy parts of our personalities. And that's when we fail even more. That's when life becomes very hard. Because we forget to see the beauty of life. Life is not all about getting what you want. It's not all about winning. It's also about finding the beauty, the fun, in the failure, in the loss. Take chances and are willing to fail. Willing to accept whatever the outcome. Be yourself. Be a child again. Be cool with being silly, being ridiculous. Embrace everything about yourself. Embrace your weirdness, your uniqueness. Stop being embarrassed or ashamed of your differences. You are meant to be different. You were born to be different. You have to know that. Don't try to be like somebody else. Don't try to act like the crowd. The goal is to be your fun self most of the time. Life is too short to be anything but happy. And the best way to be happy is when you just enjoy life and being your 100% authentic, unique self. Learn not to take everything seriously and be okay when things don't go your way. Even laugh about it, not 10 years from now, but in the moment, because you know that most things simply don't really matter. Try to find a humor in your failure. And when you don't get what you want, brush it off, laugh, and move on. Be weird, be silly, and be crazy. I hope you get some value out of this episode. And if you enjoy it, appreciate your reviews. And until next time, never forget that you are different, you are unique. So embrace it. Be ridiculous. Thank you.